Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to talk about my love-hate relationship with night shift and why I think everyone should start on night shift, but also why I am sadly leaving night shift. So let's get into it. So I've worked night shift in many different areas, like afternoons or overnight or long 12, 16, 17-hour shifts. Straight 12s overnight has kind of been a new thing for me, and at first I was like, there goes all my relationships with everyone because I'm never going to see anybody. So in my current night shift state, I am pretty much exact opposite of everyone. I go to bed at 9 a.m., wake up at 5 p.m., like someone who would go to bed at 9 p.m., wake up at 5 a.m. every night. I do this every night, no matter if I work or not, because sleep hygiene is so important. I can't stress enough how important it is. Like, my coworkers tell me, like, I don't feel good, I'm gaining weight, I have a headache all the time, I'm groggy, and I was like, sleep hygiene, sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene is so important because your body needs a structure. Circadian rhythms are not just a made up thing, like they're real. And get yourself some blackout curtains, a noisemaker if you need one, a sleeping mask, and just have a structured sleep schedule. I realize that's impossible for pretty much anybody who like has children or responsibilities or wants to have a life. Not me. But it's so important to have this kind of structure to keep you sane and healthy to a point. So I've been on night shift for about a year and 3 months. Yeah. It's been long. I realize many people do nights for like decades and they're like, that's nothing. But I've been waiting patiently in line to have enough seniority to be able to move up to be on day shift on my unit that I love so much. So the time is finally coming. Finally. I'm going to tell you all the reasons that why I love night shift. So night shift is a whole different crew than days. And it's not that the people are any worse or better or whatever. The patients are not any different either, but we are kind of more used to running on a little bit of a lighter crew. We have to rely on each other more for things. There's not as many doctors, not as many therapists, family resources in that aspect to rely on for help. So we really rely on each other a lot for help, and I'm fortunate to work in a great unit where all of my coworkers are super helpful and super knowledgeable and always ready to lend a hand. So that's really it's a really fortunate aspect that I've been able to enjoy at my unit. I also love night shift because it's calmer. I know that's kind of like a terrible word to say, like never say the Q word at night, but really though, like not every single night is like, oh my God, I was running my butt off forever. Oh my God, it was terrible. Some nights are like that. Some nights are horrible. Some nights I don't get anything done until 6:50. And some nights I have to stay after. But some nights I get everything done. I get my admission done. No one's trying to die. No one's family is like super upset or irate. You know, some nights are just good nights. And so at that point, I really get to like enjoy spending time with my coworkers and like get to know them. And, you know, a lot of us spend a lot of time outside of work together because we've just grown so close as a group, and a lot of us don't see our family as much as we see our coworkers, and that's a trope for a lot of people who work not even just night shift or 12-hour shifts, but because of our certain shift, we spend a lot of time with our coworkers and less time with our family, so we really are a really close team. And that's something that I really love about night shift, and that's one thing that I'll probably miss when I go to days because there's so much more chaos. There's therapy, you know, respiratory, physical therapy, doctors, family, tests, procedures, discharges. There's so many things happening during a day shift, especially on a busy med-surg unit, that it's just sometimes it's just wild, and all you can do is just finish your stuff and hope no one dies on the way. I know it sounds a little crazy, but honestly, sometimes you just have to get your shit done and hope no one dies. I'm really looking forward to moving to day shift because having a life. The one thing that I dislike about night shift is that you pretty much work every holiday. I know some other units do a little different where, like, if it's your holiday, you work the night before and the night of, and then you don't work the next one, so you actually get the holiday off. I understand why people do that, but I would absolutely 100% be against that, 100%. When I worked at a previous job, I was the lowest person on the totem pole, so I had to work Christmas Eve and Christmas Day because we just didn't have enough staff. And I just was so upset because that's one of the few times I get to see like my big extended family that I'm so close with. Since we all have gone our separate ways, we do our own family things, so I see them, not as often. And so when I had to work both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and I didn't get to see anybody, it was really I was sad. Like, I want to see my family. I don't get to see them as often, and I have to work both days because I'm the lowest person. And I told them, like, if you ever do that to me again, I'll just quit. And I wasn't a nurse yet, so it really was fine if I would have quit anyway. But never did get to see another Christmas there. Yeah. Anyway, so when you work night shift, if it's your holiday, at least it's the policy in my hospital, is that you work the night before so that the most of your shift is on the actual day, so midnight to 7:30. So it works out great for Thanksgiving if that's your holiday because you can have the whole day to prepare and you just kind of go without sleep. But if it's not your holiday, you still have to work the holiday because you have to try to sleep at some point so you can work that night, which sucks. So I understand the reason when people try to do both and then none the second time, but never. Don't ask me, I'll never do that. Never in my life. Especially on Christmas because you work Christmas Eve and you get home and you know that you can't even like enjoy anything because you have to go right back to sleep so that you have enough sleep to get up the next day. Whatever. The other thing I'm looking forward to going to night shift is that I don't have to literally focus on my sleep at the forefront of my life. Since I've been on nights, everything revolves around my sleep. Everything I do revolves around my sleep. The only thing I'm thinking about is when I'm going to sleep next. I feel like I'm like a drug addict with sleep. Like, when am I going to get my next hit of sleep? Like, and then you just decide if you're going to like torture yourself and try to get up early just to do some things, so then you're like, well, I'll just sleep later, but I don't want to sleep too late because then I have to get up so that I can stay up for the next night, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of emotional labor for nothing. Honest to God, for nothing. So I'm really looking forward to not having to literally consider when I'm going to sleep next at every point in my life. Like, if I have an appointment, say I have an appointment for whatever, doctor's appointment, I'm like, okay, if I do early afternoon, then I can sleep until this time, and then I have to get up, then I can go, and then I'll have enough time to come back and sleep again, and then I can get up, and then I'll be up for the night, and then I won't have to da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm fortunate enough to actually have the hours to sleep because a lot of my coworkers have kids or other responsibilities there or their jobs or whatever, and they're like,
I slept 2 hours today. I'm fine.
And I'm like, oh, safe. That's safe. Someone watch her. Is she okay? So I'm very fortunate to actually be able to sleep during the day when I don't have like kids waking me up or animals or other jobs or anything else that would consume my time. So I am fortunate to at least have that. Shout out to the parents out there that work nights and then stay up with their kids all day. I don't know how y'all do it. Witchcraft? Does the Illuminati like come to you when you're a mother and you work nights and then they just like give you these gifts to be able to function on 2 hours of sleep? Honestly, I don't know how y'all do it. Please drive safe when you leave work and when you're coming to work, because I know y'all haven't slept in like 15 days. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you think down below. Do you guys work nights? Do you love nights? Do you work days? Do you hate nights? Tell me what you think down below. I would love to hear from y'all. And I will see you guys in the next one.